Hi, Squiddy here, demon.com. Today, just a quick 3 or 4 minute video. We're talking about the Stately Herald and the various sock puppet characters created by the owner of the Stately Herald. Stately Herald is a website that was created, the domain was bought in November 2014, and it went active about 6 weeks ago as I record this in early June. It's a AdSense website. It's a website designed to get people to click on these adverts that are on the top and down the side to earn money for the website owner. At one point, well, in fact, day before yesterday, the website owner, who isn't Clive Pebble, though they do have privacy on their whois and their ICANN data, actually had a disclaimer down here saying everything was completely fictitious and fabricated. But they've removed that now, which I'm not sure is a wise thing to do. Now, if you've seen this, or if you've heard of Cassidy, Boon, or the various other people who are the sock puppets this person's created to sort of tell the stories and whatever, you'll know just how contentious everything on here is. I'm not going to read out what's on here, but if you read it yourself, you'll see that this is really hateful, nasty, ill-informed, extreme stuff, and that's quite deliberate. The extreme stuff's posted on here, and then it's cross-posted to social media. It's promoted on social media with boosts and promotion on Twitter and Facebook. It gets around, people see it, they get incited, not excited. They get raged about this. They share it with their friends. They hit out whatever. A few disappointing things really. This name Cassidy Boon, there is a real Cassidy Boon. I'm pretty certain this website is Australian. There's a real Cassidy Boon who lives in America, who has nothing to do with this made up girl here. In fact, this picture obviously isn't really of Cassidy Boon, I would have thought. This is probably some poor girl who, if people recognise her from here, might pick on her and bully her, and then this might have tragic consequences. So this whole website is a really stupid and nasty and lowest common denominator way. You can see here on social media, Stop Anzac Day was one of the things, how the men abandoned their wives to went and fight for their country in Turkey, and they were horrible and whatever. I'm not going to go into any more detail, you can read it for yourself. Things were created, links were created on Web 2 accounts. I'm pretty certain these links were created specifically by the person who owns the website. Typical, create some Web 2.0 accounts to promote your stuff. Then we have a quick look at the site value. I look at quite a few site valuers. These often are out by as much as like 400%. But this site was valued at about $1,500 a few weeks ago. Now it's just under $30,000. So even if that is out low end by 400%, that's still an $8,000 site, a $7,000 site. It's probably about right, because the amount of interest that this tactic of creating sock puppet characters and then getting them to writing in their voice a load of really hateful, hurtful stuff and then cross-promote it on Facebook obviously works. But what I want you guys to know is A, that it's really irresponsible, B, that it could have legal ramifications if the real Cassidy Boon in America decides to sue, or if the girl being used in the picture, which isn't the real Cassidy Boon in America, gets picked on, or something tragic happens as a result of this stupid way of promoting things. It'll all turn very, very nasty, and whoever is behind the Stately Herald could end up on criminal charges, inciting, who knows, if she ends up bullied, injured, dead, whatever, it'll land at the door of this idiot who's got this thing here. If you call, some of it is hilarious. If you call the new royal baby a girl, you are what's wrong with the world. And it's here. It's got stuff like, how do you know it's a girl? She might decide that she's identified as agendered, queer feminist, intergendered, pansexual, otherkin. We don't know yet. We're in no position to assign her a effing gender. Anyone who dares call the baby a girl is not only dumb and insensitive, but also a raging misogynist. So you can't call a girl until they've decided they're a girl now. But this is all, you can see lots of people into it and whatever. But although most of these are also sock puppets, I've traced some of these down, and most of these are empty profiles. You go to the profile page, there's one post a few months ago, nothing since then. A picture that's clearly been ripped from Google Images of some generic person. You can always tell because they're in one of those business, can I take a photo of you pretending to answer the phone, or can I take a photo of you pretending you know of your cat or posing, which 99% of people don't have on their Facebook page. But so you can pretty much work out that most of the followers are also false as well. So yeah, this is the sort of thing. Site Explorer, quite interesting. I've not going to use one of my paid searches to look at this, but you look at the links. Got some decent links. Free Republic and What Bubba Knows and Genderama. Oh God, at Blogspot, that really is a jeepers. I wouldn't go to any of the Honey Badger Brigade. I mean, I'm sorry, why really Honey Badger Brigade? Don't. Oh God, you know that's Karen Strawn's lot. I mean, don't post there. Don't poke the bear. But there you go. If you want to get mad, if you're a reasonable person who lives somewhere within sort of the 80% boundaries of reasonableness, you're in the main percentile. Most of this stuff is just going to wind you up and make you really mad. But that's not really the point of this. The point is to say, look, A, this isn't, although this is probably working in the short term, it's got some major repercussions. B, you're not going to earn any respect from anybody for doing it. C, if you're using AdSense, you really are lowest common denominator anyway. I mean, these are terrible payouts on these. You know, if this website makes 3,000 or 4,000 a month, I'd be really surprised. And for the amount of effort that's gone into this, that is a piss poor return on the amount of effort. And also, you know, the legal ramifications. This could really come back if this poor girl, the real poor girl, not the one that he's pretending, you know, not the one he's made up with the same name, gets implicated in this some way and it ends up nasty, then the pillock behind this website could end up in a heap of shit, because although he has ICANN and who is privatisation stuck, the feds don't give a shit about that, and they'll find out who it is beneath that, and they'll the host will be obliged to give them his real name and address and credit card details and all the rest of it. I'm not going to try and take the guy down or anything like that myself, don't get me wrong, but you guys need to know that when you're going here, you're being duped, and it's potentially nasty. Nasty in a personal way. This isn't nasty in a let's have a go at big business, let's have a go, you know, let's take down the rich bankers. This is nasty in a way which is personal to individual people, young girls in particular. So be aware of that. I wouldn't mention it if it was just having a go at the local banks, but this is some arsehole who's endangering real people. So anyway, this is how not to do social media. ScrittyDemonDemon.com signing off.